Welcome back to the Temple of Aphrodite Biodotis. Today we have a little bit of news. This particular article comes to us from the Greek Reporter, and it is dated from last year. This particular one is from December, although I was able to find some earlier articles that date back from September. So this particular story is almost a year old. It just popped up into my my social media feeds. So I figured that I would cover it because, well, it's relevant to our community. So a temple of Greek goddess Aphrodite found underneath water or underwater at Heraklion, Egypt. And again, there's the date, December 21st. What do you know? This is a very interesting find. It's a temple that was found in a city called Heraklion, which was, at the time, one of the largest ports in Egypt. We know that the temple that was found was a temple to Aphrodite by the number of bronze and ceramic idols that they found in the temple. Additionally, there were alabaster containers for perfume, gold jewelry, and silver ritual instruments, among other things. So we know that this is in fact a temple to Aphrodite. So the city itself originally was called Thonis, and it sometimes in modern day is now referred to Thonis Heikelion. So you have both the Egyptian name and the Greek name. And the whole thing, the whole area that sank into the Nile was around 110 square kilometers. And so that's a pretty big area. So the lost city of Heikelion, which was once the largest port in Egypt, was discovered underwater around 2000. Its original beginnings go back to around the 12th century BC, and it has many links to ancient Greece, which it should. It's a port city, and the Greeks were very much a seafaring race. So it would make sense that here, at a port where you have, cultures colliding, for lack of a better term, commerce happening, that you would have a temple like this. And something that is also interesting, I don't know if I can find it in here, but basically they said that one of the cool things about the existence of this temple is that it shows that Greeks were allowed to live in Egypt, and that they also had their own temples. So I'm not sure. So this is well before the Ptolemaic period. This is way before Alexander the Great. And I would say that probably pushes back the date for, when the Greeks and how thick the Greeks were in Egypt. Because at ports like that, you're getting Greek sailors in, they're going to want to have a place to worship their own gods. And then once you get later into history, a lot of the gods really are amalgamated together. In fact, I want to say during the Roman period, they actually came up with an entirely new pantheon of gods that were a synthesis of the Roman, Greek, and Egyptian gods, or at least the Roman and Egyptian gods. And it's just interesting. We're still discovering these things. As far as what else was found, they did find a temple dedicated to the Egyptian god of air, Amun. and that particular one was believed to have collapsed sometime during the mid-2nd century due to some sort of a cataclysmic event. Now, what happened to the whole, 110 square kilometer area of the uh, Nile Delta? Well, we're not really sure, obviously. They may not have written it down. If they had, we probably would have known about it. But let me see if I can locate it here. They talked about how there were tidal waves, and there we go. So, quote, rising sea levels and earthquakes followed by tidal waves triggering land liquefaction events caused the 110 square kilometer portion of the Nile Delta to totally disappear underneath the sea, taking the city of Thonis Heracleion with it. So, whatever happened obviously was quite significant. And, it wasn't that long ago that, Egypt got hit by an earthquake. So we have here, there's history of seismic activity. So that's really interesting that they found this. I'm going to see if I can play this. So that's one of the statues. It's lying on its back. Let's see if this will work. Yep. So this is from the Frank Gaudio Hilty Foundation. So that looks like it probably is a pharaoh. Just going off of the headdress there. It's in a remarkable state of preservation. It looks really good for being, under the water for the past 2,000 years or so. I'm pausing this intermittently so we don't get copyright. And again, all of this is underwater. It didn't really say how far underwater it was, but it can't be that far given how much light there is available in this shot. That looks like it's pretty much it. But anyway, guys, it's very interesting. The one other last piece of news I wanted to share with you is this. There is a concert which is dedicated to the goddess Aphrodite. It is called Emerging Aphrodite. So, goddess Aphrodite, renowned in mythology for her beauty and loving energy, is synonymous with our island. The island being, I want to say this is going to be on Paphos. I don't know. Or it's either Paphos or Cyprus. It's got to be one of those two. I don't know why they didn't just, put it there. An upcoming concert celebrates her by weaving together traditional folk songs and hymns with a modern twist in no other than her mystical birthplace, Paphos. So yes, it is on Paphos. Singer and musician Marlia Coer, I'm sorry if I said that wrong, will transform the sanctuary of Aphrodite at the archaeological site of Paphos in Kaklia into an open-air concert hall on May 16th. So today, as of the recording, it is May 11. At 7 p.m. as she performs live with special guests. The Paphos-born artist returns to her hometown for this special performance that honors goddess Aphrodite and marks 30 years of cultural contribution by the Predidio Foundation. which is supporting the concert. Emerging Aphrodite will feature guitar and vocals by Marlia, as well as innovative I can't read, innovated Cypriot folk songs on the handpan, Cretan lyra, and traditional frame drums. Marlia will also perform new original music from her latest and upcoming releases in English. The globe-trotting artist has performed all around the world, held workshops, ceremonies, and retreats, always with the intention of creating occasions with a high vibration. Her upcoming concert this week, occasion organized by Technopolis 20, is set to be a spectacular sunset event near Aphrodite's birthplace. And there you have where, when. It's only €7. I'm pretty sure that's what the symbol is. Gosh, I really wish that this was being done like live stream, because that would be awesome. Let's see here. Well, it doesn't look like they're going to do anything live streaming. Let's look up the artists. Maybe we can... Okay, so she offers courses in vocals, guitars. It's kind of cool. So I'll bring... Nope. Nope. Copyright, go away. So we'll bring this up. Don't know if I can mute this, but here's her website if you want to check it out. So she's on music, I think that's Spotify, YouTube. I don't know what that logo is. So yeah, give her a shout out. You know, it'd be really cool if they record this and maybe post it up later. Her retreats, updates, contacts. Let's see if she has anything on her website. Alright, well, she doesn't have anything there. Let's look at... these people. Kind of curious where this picture is taken, because it's clearly not in Greece. So doesn't say anything about So it is on the island of Cyprus. For some reason I thought Paphos was an island, but it's not. It's the Cyprus. It's a city on Cyprus. Anyway, folks, I will not be attending, unfortunately. That is way too far of a flight to go for just a concert. And, yeah, I got work. So, anyway, guys, I hope if you enjoy our content, if you find what we're doing useful or informative, or, you know, if you just want to support us because, you know, we're in the pagan community, your support is greatly appreciated. If you do appreciate it, I would ask that you might like, share, subscribe, And you can find us on many different social media platforms: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Threads, Rumble. We're on Medium. And just, reach out, subscribe, like our stuff. And then until next time, may the goddess bless you all.